John Boyega. Yeah, the man that no one had heard of 5 years ago. He seems to have done all right for himself to a point. Although the perfume brand Jo Malone, who I'll be honest, I've never heard of because as a man I don't wear perfume. I imagine as a man he doesn't wear perfume. But he became their first ever male ambassador for the product. It makes sense to just cast females in the roles for the adverts because females will be the ones wearing the perfume. Unless, well, whatever your choice is these days. But what was the issue? Because they replaced him with a Chinese actor. Now, when it comes to the advert itself, I flicked through the one that he was in. He was just sort of posing about. I guess he's been paid an awful lot of money for that. But I can't find the one with the Chinese. Chinese censored something? I can't find the one with the Chinese advert, but apparently it's a Chinese actor replacing him, and it's not an awful lot different from the one he's in. So, yeah, Jo Malone is saying the ad reshoot was a misstep, painful, and one that caused offence. But, he's taken the money. What does it matter to him what they do with it? But anyway, they've seen fit to apologise. He also confirms that while the script for the aftershave commercial, which was originally conceived and directed by him, it remains largely the same. It just saw him replaced by another actor. But again, he's taking the money. What does it really matter? Any company can do whatever they like. They paid him. It's down to them what they do with it. If you're an actor, you'll read from a script. You'll be in the video, or the film rather. But it's down to the director what ends up in the final cut. It's not down to you. It also says the original version, entitled London Gent, so maybe the new one is Chinese Gent, I've no idea, showed him hanging out with friends and family in Peckham, where he grew up, but they were also removed for Chinese audiences. Well, if you're replacing the lead actor with someone else, then it makes sense you're going to cut out everything else to do with them. There was also a big to-do, again with China, to do with the poster for The Force Awakens, which was the first one he appeared in. As you can see on the right there, that's the original one, and it shows John Boyega on the right-hand side with the blue lightsaber. Rey still, between both of them, pretty much almost everything is the same. BB-8 also gets shrunk down, as does Harrison Ford, surprisingly. But John Boyega, he's shrunk down considerably, down to sort of the middle bottom there. So, but again, this is China. What do you expect? You paid the money, you go with it. You don't have much choice. However, he's now likely to get cut out of many more films because, having sucked on Satan's shilling over at Disney for the Star Wars films, he decided to get in on the Black Lives Matter protests. But does he need the money? He made 100 to 300,000 reportedly, according to a number of different websites, for each film. So that's getting on for $1 million between the three. And adding sponsorship deals and other films he's done, like Detroit, which I've not seen. It looks pretty good. Pacific Rim Uprising, which was pretty terrible. I did see the original, obviously. I'll be honest, even for a Guillermo del Toro film, I wasn't bowled over by it. It was just a bit... But he's now got a net worth of $6 million, so he doesn't really need to work again, and might not. As such, here he is at the Black Lives Matter protest, and this is not an advisable thing to do. You have people who are throwing, whatever you think of the whole situation, you have people throwing statues into canals for people they've never heard of. I bet if you took a straw poll of every single person in there, you wouldn't find many who had even heard of the person they were throwing into the river. And then you get, apart from the fact we're in the middle of a situation where you're supposed to be social distancing and you're not all supposed to be getting up close, this just throws, it's just a mockery of all that as well. And some of them claim to be wearing masks, and they won't be half the time. And so it's all just a breeding ground for disease. But it doesn't matter to him anymore because he's got the money from the big mouse. Let's hear what he had to say.
I need you to understand how painful it is to be reminded every day that your race means nothing. We are a physical representation of our support for George Floyd. We cannot demonize our own. We are the pillars of the family. Imagine this, a nation that is set up with individual families that are thriving, that are healthy, that communicate, that raise their children in love, have a better rate at becoming better human beings. And that's what we need to create. Black men, it starts with you.
And there you have it. Now there's, the jury's out, so to speak. Well, the jury hasn't actually convened yet. But George Floyd could have passed away from the officer, got his knee on his neck, or could be the fentanyl overdose that he'd taken. That's, that's all up for debate. But it's okay. He's got a passion there, but I can't help feeling he's thrown away his career. I felt that at the time when I saw this, and this could be the last time we ever see him. It also says on here that writers, actors, and directors, including J.K. Rowling and Jordan Peele, who made Us and Get Out. Get Out, I thought was awful, and it's so derivative of things I've seen before, like The Stepford Wives. Us was a better film, but not brilliant by a long shot. J.K. Rowling. Well, I mean, I've enjoyed. Still not seen a Harry Potter film. I enjoyed the first two Fantastic Beasts films. Whenever number 3 is coming out, God alone knows. There were supposed to be 5, but because of the poor performance of number 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald, they've knocked it down to 4 overall. And even, that one, the third one was supposed to have come out, or should have been done normally, in November 2020. That's been put back to, at the moment, November 2021. And that was just purely down to whatever they're doing just in terms of making the film anyway, and probably retooling it, since the plan for 5 has turned down to 4. And then thanks to the current global situation, it'll probably get knocked on to November 2022. So that's a whole 4 years between the second and the third film. That's if they ever come out, because J.K. Rowling is transphobic. So there you go. So that's everything up to date with John Boyega. What do you think? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, either about him being cut out of an advert that he's been paid handsomely for, or about the fact he's thrown away his movie career by getting on his soapbox. Again, let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the little bell for all the notifications, and cue Genesis.